dying from COVID, so it's certainly not over. But the risk of seeing those large spikes that we saw in the summer and in the fall are much diminished because of the vaccine.
For the past 14 months, Dr. Alex Garza has been front and center in the fight against COVID in the St. Louis region as a pandemic task force commander. Now Dr. Garza is stepping away from that to serve as an Army reservist in Kuwait. And we welcome Dr. Garza to the Lakeside Renovation and Design Weather Deck this morning. Thank you for dodging the raindrops to come see us. We appreciate it. Well, you were supposed to be deployed in April, but that got delayed.
Yeah.
So what will your duties be when you get there? You're going to the Middle East.
Yeah. So I'm going to be working at Camp Arif, John, in Kuwait, which is a main logistics base, working in the emergency department. So I'm an emergency physician, and so it was called up to do a rotation at the main hospital there. So taking care of soldiers and contractors.
Getting back to your roots, for sure. And of course, you were the face and the spokesperson for the task force. So how is that going to carry on? Because the pandemic, COVID is not gone.
Yeah, certainly. Pandemic is not over. So although, we're in it's in a weird spot right now with the Delta variant, but our cases still remain somewhat low considering the rest of the pandemic. So we'll be distributing the things that I've done throughout the year to the other members of the task force. So whether that's providing updates or looking at data, things like that. And so
yeah, so you're still going to be, they're still going to be kind of keeping their eye on everything.
No, absolutely.
And at times during your tenure, I've got to ask that there was some back and forth with the governor and some other officials and things like that. In your capacity as a medical expert, did you expect that pushback during that time?
I think I did not expect the sort of intensity of it. I mean, people can always agree to disagree, right? But I think what was really underappreciated, not just for myself, but I think throughout the whole pandemic, was the sort of political edge that the whole thing took to it, which was, it's discouraging because, the thing you're trying to do is help the most amount of people, and it's unfortunate that it took that sort of tone.
And now we're turning our attention to this more aggressive, more contagious Delta variant, and the state of Missouri is seeing an uptick in many cases all over the state. So going forward, how do you think the region should handle that particular variant while still dealing with everything else going on?
Yeah, so the best way to deal with the variant, of course, is to get vaccinated. And so even though St. Louis, the region, is doing fairly well, I mean, considering the rest of the state, in getting people vaccinated, we still have a way to go. And then if you think about it as a percentage of people, we have a lot of people in the region. So even a small percentage means still a lot of people. So we still have a ways to go.
And we've been having many discussions. In fact, John just read a story about how Pfizer is trying to get an emergency thing for younger kids. A lot of parents are talking about maybe getting their kids vaccinated before they go back to school because it takes time to become immune, or boost your immunity, I should say. So what do you have to say to folks who are still hesitant, not only for themselves, but their children?
Yeah, so obviously parents need to ask questions of their pediatrician, of their family practice doctor, whomever. And we found that people trust their primary care provider, and so they obviously have to ask those questions. They have gone through all the safety and efficacy trials, just like any other vaccine would do, with very good results. And so I think the science is there that says that it works. The last thing I would say is the very best way to provide that sort of uninterrupted education experience, so not having to isolate kids and send them home from school, is to get vaccinated. And so if we really want a smooth education year, then that is the very best way to do it.
I think many of us cannot wait to get back on track for good. Well, Dr. Garza, thank you for your service, not only on the pandemic task force, but in our U.S. military as well. We wish you the best of luck in your next chapter. When you come back, we want to talk to you again. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And by the way, if you want more information on the St. Louis Area Pandemic Task Force, we will link you to it on our website as well as our Fox 2 mobile app. All right. I want to see you dodge the raindrops getting back to your car.